My parents stole my $20,000 tuition for patio furniture, so my aunt publicly humiliated them at a family party and destroyed them.
My aunt stopped mid-sentence at my cousin's graduation party and said, "Wait, Priya, did you ever get the scholarship money I wired you?" The backyard went silent. My uncle froze with his tongs above the grill. My cousin Reema looked down at her sandals. My parents exchanged a look I'd seen before but never understood until that exact second. Aunt Sushila turned to face them. "I sent $20,000 8 months ago, directly for Priya's graduate program." My mom's jaw tightened. "There was a transfer issue. We handled it." I looked around the yard slowly. The new outdoor furniture. The pergola nobody had explained. Reema's designer graduation dress. The resort trip my parents said was a work retreat. My stomach dropped through the grass beneath my feet. Aunt Sushila looked at me. "You never received it." I shook my head. "I thought you changed your mind." I didn't want to ask. I'd spent 8 months tutoring 4 nights a week, skipping my own graduation trip, eating instant noodles in a graduate housing unit without air conditioning in July, quietly believing I wasn't worth following up on. My dad stepped forward. "Sushila, this isn't the time or place." She didn't move. "Then tell me when you plan to make it the time." That's when it got worse. Reema's voice came out small from behind her cup. "I thought that money was for all of us. They said it was a family gift." I turned and looked at her earrings. The ones she'd worn in 15 posts over the last 8 months. Brunches, rooftop bars, a beach house weekend. I'd seen every photo and liked them without thinking. My hands were shaking at my sides and my throat felt sealed shut. "You used it," I said, looking at my parents. "I was applying for emergency grants. I emailed my program director asking for a payment extension." My voice cracked on the last word and I hated myself for it. My mom reached for my arm. "We were going to pay it back before your second semester." I stepped back. "It's been 8 months." My dad lowered his voice to a hiss. "We had pressure you don't know about. The renovation, the car, Reema's." He stopped himself. Aunt Sushila finished it for him. "Reema's what, Arun?" "Say it out loud." He didn't. She reached into her bag and set a folder on the picnic table. Flat, deliberate. The sound of it landing cut through the music still playing from the Bluetooth speaker near the fence. Wire confirmation with Priya's name. The original program invoice I paid against. Screenshots of the transfer. She opened it and tapped a page. And this. The endorsement signature on the redirected account. My dad's face went the color of old concrete. My mom started crying. Not quietly. The loud kind that's meant to shift the room. "You always treated Priya like she was yours. You've never respected that we're her parents." Aunt Sushila didn't raise her voice once. "I respect parents who don't intercept their child's future and spend it on patio furniture." A neighbor had drifted to the fence. Someone turned off the speaker. The air felt thick and too still. My uncle, who hadn't spoken once, set down the tongs. "Arun," he said quietly. "Just the name. Nothing else." My dad looked at the folder and didn't touch it. Reema stepped toward me, eyes red. "I genuinely didn't know it was only yours. I swear." I looked at her for a long moment. I believed her. That somehow made it lonelier. Aunt Sushila closed the folder and picked up her bag. "You have 30 days to return the full amount directly to Priya's account. Not mine. Hers." She looked at my dad. "If you don't, I file a fraud report and contact the graduate school directly about the forged routing." My mom grabbed her wrist. "Please. Not in front of everyone." Aunt Sushila looked at her hand, then at her face. "You did it in private and thought she'd never know. This is just the part where she does." She turned to me. "Get your things. You're staying with us tonight." I picked up my bag from beside my chair. My parents were talking, voices overlapping, words that once would have stopped me. They didn't reach me this time. In the driveway, Aunt Sushila held my face in both her hands. "You applied for emergency grants," she said. "You emailed your director. You kept going." Her eyes were wet. "You did all of that alone because you thought I forgot you." I nodded because I couldn't speak. "I did not forget you," she said. "Not for one day."